1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
2. My name is Matthew Cook, and I'm a social studies teacher at the Cornwall High School, and I've been teaching here for 18 years.
My name is Mike Flannery, and I am a math teacher at Cornwall High School. Been teaching math here since 1995.
I'm Dr. Frank Sheboy. I'm the principal of Cornwall Central High School.
Hi, my name is Doug Stack. I'm a teacher at Cornwall High School. I teach physics, honors, regions, and AP.
I'm Mrs. McGuire. I'm a social studies teacher at Cornwall Central High School. I've been teaching for about 40 years, and this.
My family is my number one passion. So I like to hike, to hunt, to fish, to camp, pretty much anything I can do outside.
I guess maybe that's really what my big passion is,
Yeah.
just not accepting what I'm being told to do without questioning it.
I like to educate people. I like it when people think. That's why I like chess, I like bridge building, I definitely like physics. I'm probably passionate about all three of these things. Bridge building, I'm talking about the West Point Bridge Building Contest.
My name is Elizabeth Ginolo, and I'm a Spanish teacher at Cornwall Central High School. One of my biggest passions in life is gardening. Besides teaching, is gardening.
I'd like to think my passion is people. And I never would have said that years ago. I became a math teacher because I like math. But as the years have gone on, I realized that math is not the most important thing that I teach. It's just kind of what I'm expected to teach, but hopefully a lot more than that goes on in my classrooms.
I'm not so sure there's like one favorite thing that I love about teaching, but I do know that I am anxious to get up every morning and come in here.
I'm very passionate about being a teacher, and always have been. I think it's very important for people to do what they're actually called to in life. I think that that's a truism, that you ultimately will find the thing which you're supposed to do in life, and for me this is it.
You have to have a passion. Everybody has to have some passion. You have to find something that it's like the fuel, and find it whatever. And as a young adult, if you don't know what it is, that's okay. It will come to you at some point. I didn't know what mine was until I was 28. So it'll come to you. Don't force it. It'll come.
I'm sure a passion could drive you nuts too. If you have a healthy passion, if you have something that's good for you or good for others, great, you'll be applauded.
Everyone should work very hard to find a passion. I think passion is what keeps you young. Passion is what keeps you focused. And you do have to corral your passion into a goal, into something that you are going to work for. And in your mind's eye, you want to see that goal accomplished.
It's just not about satisfying your own interests. It's about perhaps making people realize that their interests may not be the same as yours, but whatever it is, they need to kind of open up to that and explore.
Yeah. I love the act of creation, to be honest with you. I like to build things. I mean, that's I've always done that in my life, whether it's working with wood or working with young people. I love to see something develop out of nothing, or something which is disorganized to become focused and given a direction.
Unless you seek out what is going on in the rest of the world and truly appreciate what you have, you're never going to get that passion. It's a balance, and you need to fill yourself up, and you need yourself up with the good and the bad that's going on, and realize how lucky you are.
I feel as if I am in the mix of life itself. I'm not a spectator to life, but I'm a participant in life itself. I think that's a real important thing to do.
Is to believe in something and to set goals. I've believed in what I've done, be it as a teacher, being passionate about teaching U.S. history or economics, or being an assistant principal and wanting children to self-correct and be able to move forward, or be it as the principal of this building. I've believed in everything I've said, and I believe that that's come through in my actions as well, because there's certain things you can't fake. You can't fake being a good teacher for long. You can't fake loving what you do for long. People will see through that. It becomes work then.
Not be afraid to establish meaningful contacts with the people that we share this life with. That there's nothing really to be afraid of. Really, when you think about it, when we're afraid of things, we're afraid really of letting people know about our inadequacies. And the fact of the matter is that every human being has inadequacies. And what we should do is recognize that and not be embarrassed by it, but say we are all thereby human. Try to live a peaceful, productive, creative life. Live within life. The idea of living within life, there's more of a likelihood you'll live within life as opposed to be a spectator if you're not afraid of it, because you understand more about it through acquiring information.
The thing I like about rock climbing that I didn't know I would like when I first started it, I thought of it as a physical activity. I like physical activities. And I thought of it as a strenuous activity. And it can be those things, but it's also very cerebral. You have opportunities to fail, and failing's okay. It's just finding out how not to do it, and then you get back on that wall and you try it again, and trying the same route over and over again, and getting a little farther every time, and figuring out again cerebrally what's the best move to make. And maybe on that day I can't make that move, but if I work on it, eventually it's a move I can make, and it makes you better and better. But finally accomplishing climbing that wall is an awesome feeling. It goes with life. That's what life is about, is challenges. Oftentimes you're going to fail, and you just have to realize that failing isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's finding out how not to do it. Giving up is a bad thing, I guess.
The life can be a lot of fun. It can be very difficult at times too, but it'll be no less difficult if you're not trying to engage in it, because you're going to be around for a long time. So you might as well enjoy it while you're here.
I think it was Michael Crichton put in Jurassic Park how people are naturally either astronomers or astronauts. The astronaut actually wants to go there and walk around on something, and he takes huge risks, whereas the astronomer is happy to do the views from a long way away. Right? I think I'm more the astronomer. I'm not that brave, but I'm fascinated by what's going on. Mm-hmm. So I could write a story about it, but I'm not sure I'm the guy you want to put on a rocket and send out into space. I'm not necessarily that brave. Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely the wimp I make myself out to be. I've done some really fun, crazy things, but then I look at other things and think, no. Mm-hmm. It's exciting. You think I can do that, right? It would be a thrill. And I think I can get I can come away and, how big a risk is it? I'm not going to be one that blows my hand off with an M80 or something like this. I'm probably not going to be falling from a very great height because I got too close to the cliff face, but I climbed a mountain.
I think for your soul, you have to have something you're passionate about. Well, and unfortunately, many people, it is not their job. I'm lucky that it is my job. But outside of work, you have to have, I think you need that to fuel yourself and find an outlet for whatever interests you.
You know, you're going to do a lot of your life. You're going to spend a lot of your life working, and you really should work in something you love to do.
Find something you love. Find a way to make it pay. Doesn't have to pay a lot, just enough so you can eat and you can survive and get the whatever things you need. That would be my advice to any of my students here. You know, find a way of making. Now that means hard work. That means often getting up in the morning, but you got to find something that has redeeming qualities, something where you'll enjoy doing it when you're there. At least parts of it. Everybody's got a job, something in the job they don't like.
This is your world. Don't just accept what people are telling you to accept. You know, create your own reality. Go with that. Without a doubt, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to.
If you don't feel as if you're growing in everything you do in your life, then you probably need to change something about that.
I think the balance that each of us needs to find in life is you need to be filled up with great experiences and great ideas and really cherish all the good things that you have, and then match all the great things that you have available to you with an understanding or a comparison of what could happen to you, and you will really realize how very, very lucky.
Always be true to yourself. You know, your parents may influence you, your friends may influence you, you may be influenced by society and that you have to dress a certain way or have a certain job or earn a certain amount of money. But always be true to yourself, because in the end it's yourself that you have to live with. And wherever your passions take you, wherever you want to go, you have to listen to what you say and not what other people say.
Be self-reliant. Realize that you can think better than most, only because most won't think.
Young people need to understand that the world needs to be explored.